Jaws is one of the most influential films of all time, and is considered by many to be the first blockbuster. I've always had a gnawing feeling about this film, and while watching it in a heightened state of inebriation, I finally figured out why. It's woke.
A what?
But boozer, you Anglo-Saxon with aquatic angst. The film is action-packed, and is forever tied to the very existence of sharks. What could possibly be woke about it? Well, dear bikini-clad viewer, allow me to explain. The film revolves around a small island town in Amity, which suddenly has its waters plagued by some gruesome murders, committed by an unusually large rogue shark, a shark that the main characters must somehow defeat. The film starts with the death of a young girl. Notice that she has good genes. Genes so good in fact she might give Sydney Sweeney's floaters a run for their money. Obviously she should have been safe from any danger because she's accompanied by a straight white male with equally good genes. Instead, he fails to do so because he's absolutely plastered and falls asleep right on the beach. Now, I'm not one to oppose the copious consumption of alcohol, obviously, but to use it in a scheme that portrays the white male as a bumbling, inept, and ultimately useless is just unacceptable. Since the film continues Hollywood's hatred for the Caucasian demographic, the opening scene sacrifices our fair maiden at the woke altar, meaning there's less of us to reproduce and ensure the survival of our superior white race. Her mangled corpse represents how absolutely twisted and distorted the actions of Brie Larson's woke uprising have left Hollywood. A Hollywood from better times when little Timmy, or whatever his name is, cuts his hand and his parents basically tell him to suck it up.
I think you're gonna live.
For most of the film, we follow the town's new chief, Brody, whose wife is also, shall we say, endowed with some good genes. My oh my, Mrs. Brody. She caters to her husband like a total trad wife.
Wanna get drunk and fool around?
Oh yeah.
And unlike the whiny feminists of today, she doesn't make a big deal about minor things, like their son dropping his boat in killer shark waters.
Get out of that boat! I don't want him on the ocean.
He's not on the ocean, he is in a boat. He's not gonna go in the water.
He'll be fine, man. Now take your balls back from your wife.
That's not funny. That's not funny at all.
In contrast, Mrs. Kittner, who's definitely a snowflake third-wave feminist or something, won't stop crying about her son. Kids die, lady. Get over it, sheesh. Mrs. Brody even knows how to knock him back. No wonder the chief is backed up on his work to the point that citizens are approaching him on the beach with their problems. You'd have to pry me out of bed too if I was shacking it up with this absolute gem of a woman. The mayor of Amity Island is an ambitious man who stands for free enterprise. I mean, just look at that wardrobe. If dress for success was a person, am I right? Just like how Timmy's parents tell him to suck it up, Mayor Vaughn shrugs off the possible dangers a shark might represent. The man has even mastered the art of political speak.
For Christ's sake, tomorrow's the 4th of July, and we will be open for business. It's going to be one of the best summers we've ever had.
Nobody did that before. And it's big stuff, too.
Brody has a soy boy moment and implores the mayor to close the beaches, but he's like, nah, it'll be fine. As I stated, Mayor Vaughn stands for free enterprise. The shark attacks come with the risk of closing the beaches, resulting in heavy losses for all the town's business owners. The shark is attacking the self-made entrepreneur's source of income and means of production, which means the shark is a communist.
A what?
Despite this and the gruesome killings it commits, the shark is also a victim. I've long held a theory that the Great White got its name because it used to be all white. I mean, just listen to that description.
What we are dealing with here is a perfect engine. It's really a miracle of evolution.
Because of Brie Larson's tampering with the environment, The shark was systemically engineered to develop a darker shade on its upper body, and as we all know, the darker the skin, the more violent the behavior. So the great white shark is just a product of its environment as it slowly becomes one of
The blacks.
Speaking of which, the film has an all-white cast, except for this guy and his black man urban whistle. But this is all a ruse. The only reason there are no diverse characters is because Jaws is all too happy to kill off Caucasians. Remember that one of the established rules of horror is that the minorities have to die. Killing them first is optional, but preferred. In a movie with no inferior ethnicities, it's become the white man's burden to suffer. Vaughn tries to keep a lid on things, but unfortunately, word of the communist shark gets out and attracts a large number of adventurers. I love this scene because, despite coming from all over the country, every last visitor is a beautiful shade of Caucasian. Although, I'm not too sure about this guy, but he passes. The communist card-carrying predator considers everyone a socialist meal to share, and thwarts Mayor Vaughn's plan for celebrating American values. The movie also proves what the NRA's been saying for years: a lot of problems can be solved by just adding guns. But free enterprise still prevails, as the best way to defeat the shark presents itself. Pay someone to do it. And there's only one man for the job. Quint. A burly son of a gun if you've ever met one, with much experience of the sea and little patience for the bureaucracy and whining of snowflakes. He's also obviously got some big dick energy.
Keep it steady now. I got something very big.
I don't think so.
Can you imagine if this man's man was in Predator? My god, it would be too much testosterone perfection for any human soul to bear. The third act of the film is pure cinematic perfection, with 3 straight white males taking the fight to where the shark lives, a risky move that requires ingenuity, careful planning, and precise timing. There's even a quiet moment that shows how us whites can get along when we don't have any woke politics to worry about, and the dialogue scenes are shot in long takes, requiring the actors to memorize a large number of lines, as opposed to today where the pampered actors don't have the attention span to remember anything past 3 phrases.
A what?
They even shot the scene in open waters, whereas the chicken actors of today will want to use green screen or a closed set. The conversation is a wonderful thing to see, until you realize what's coming. Being the most manly amongst the intrepid crew, Quint has to die because God forbid a masculine character come out on top. In the end, Brody saves the day when he blows up the communist cart-carrying predator by giving him a taste of good old-fashioned Americanism, and the town of Amity is safe once again. The film ends with a peaceful John Williams tune, a tune so good it was stolen by one of
The blacks.
There's no hurt or sorrow.
Yeah, nice try, Michael. You may look like one of us, but we deny you the rank of hunky. Last call before I close up for the night. Jaws recently celebrated its 50th anniversary, which in Hollywood means it's ripe for a reboot. As woke as this film is, I dread how modern filmmakers will attempt to diversify it even more. A reboot would obviously feature more minorities, especially
The blacks.
Brody will become a green-haired lesbian. Hooper will be an African-American who earned her degree with black girl magic. Quint will probably be played by a woman, because God forbid such a thing as a capable straight white man exists. And she'll survive the heavy blood loss, because females go through that once every month. And that appealing third act just won't be the same when it's not all men. You know what? I'm just gonna go watch Predator again. It's another film that proves the efficiency of an all-male cast. Ah, Predator. You just keep on swimming. Alright, story's over.
Farewell and adieu to you fair Spanish ladies.
Get out.